There are some bands out there that were coming up that inspired me as a bassist, and one of those bands was Jane's Addiction. I can't go any further with this video without plugging a friend of mine. Let's just say we were part of the same clique, but he and I never really had direct contact. But we were part of a gang of musicians in the early 2000s, and we were also, like, as musicians, we were big fans of his playing. He's a great guitar player, and he has his own YouTube channel. He doesn't know, he has no idea that I'm saying this. He doesn't even know that I have a YouTube channel. I would never pull anything from him, but the other day, you guys might remember that I was in Guitar Center. It's probably about a week or so ago, and I started playing this bass line. Ended up getting Nothing Shocking and Ritual de lo Habitual pretty much at the same exact time. My introduction to Jane's Addiction was, like a lot of people, was through either 120 Minutes or Headbangers Ball. I don't know. They did get played on both. But I was watching MTV. I was up late one night. The video for Mountain Song. Mountain Song has this iconic bass line. It's God, I love that shit. It's a great song. Mountain Song is a lot of fun. Nothing Shocking is a lot of fun. It's a great album. I have so many memories connected with that album, deep memories. There's just something about Jane's Addiction. They had a way of bringing a lot of people together. And also, I'm going to put a link to Fran's video about Jane's Addiction. If you want to know more about that band and his experiences seeing that band, you should go check his channel out and watch his videos, because he has a perspective that I can't always offer. But there are parallels to what he's doing, what I'm doing, without us really knowing of each other doing this. I just discovered that he had a channel maybe a month or so ago. I had no idea. He was very quiet about it, and I stumbled upon it and reached out to him. Right now, unless he stumbles upon this video, he will not know this. But I have a lot of respect for Fran, and I think that he's a very, very talented musician and a phenomenal guitar player. Blow your mind. You could just sit and I could listen to this guy play for days, okay, and not get sick of it. So anyway, back to Jane's Addiction. So it was shocking, and it went really well with the name of that album. I mean, it was aptly titled Nothing Shocking, because it's all out there. And I go on to listen to this album, and there's so many great tracks on there. But what I really noticed about that band right away, immediately, is that the bass player really carries that band. He is the perfect definition of what I feel a bass player should be in a band. I feel like they should kind of be the shoestrings. They should tie everything together. They should almost be like the glue. They're the adhesive, but they're also like the driving force within a band, kind of like Mike Watt. And there's so many bass players who did this. They just have this way of playing and the choices of notes and the way they do it. It's what makes them very, very special. And with Eric Avery, the bass player for Jane's Addiction, he just has this way of, he gets a riff and he just keeps running it. And it doesn't get old. And every once in a while, he'll have these little variations to that riff. He does play with a pick, and I know he plays with fingers a little bit. Lally from Fugazi, he has these bass lines that, for me at least, they're a little bit hard. It takes some warming up to catch on to them. And this is a perfect example. goes on. There's I'm gonna start on my own without the record. Sure if I'm able to show this on YouTube, but this is a very large poster. I don't even have a frame that it'll go in. By the way, one day I'm going to post a video and I'm going to show you guys all the posters I have. I have a ton of posters. I ended up getting this poster a long time ago, back when Jane's Addiction was all the rage. I got really into their music for a while. What I really liked about them is how they brought everyone together. They brought all these different musical genres together. I mean, they are kind of to thank for Ice-T and Body Count. Ice-T unveiled Body Count at Lollapalooza, and he really stole the show with that. I remember just being totally blown away, but I'm not going to stray off topic there because I want to stay on Jane's Addiction. But this band, it was such a graceful transition from metal. I loved everyone in that band. I loved everything that they were doing. I absolutely loved Stephen Perkins' drumming. At the time, he was one of my favorite drummers, along with Matt Cameron and a few other guys. Out of that whole scene, that alternative rock scene, Stephen Perkins was killing me back then. He was doing some really cool stuff. He even worked with Infectious Grooves, the side project of Suicidal Tendencies with Robert Trujillo, I'm not saying his last name right, but who is now in Metallica, of course, but he's done all kinds of stuff as well as Suicidal Tendencies and various other projects. That was just such a great time for music and to be around and to get to see them. I've seen Jane's Addiction twice that I can remember. Of course, one of those times was Lollapalooza, the first Lollapalooza. And then I saw them again, probably about 16 or 17 years later. I saw them in the exact same location, the big amphitheater, with 9 Inch Nails. Anyway, I just wanted to cover my thoughts on Jane's Addiction because I've been thinking about them a lot lately, and I've been fiddling around with Eric Avery's bass lines a little bit, and I just think that if this is a band that you never really got into, you should check them out because there was a time when they were huge. They were massive. As time goes on with this channel, certain things will be revealed, and you will find out what a small world this is when it comes to music. We are all connected in one way or another. Somehow, even you and I are connected. You should never forget that. Try to open your eyes and your ears to other genres and other styles of music. It can only help you as a musician.